This is a video about a unique trading indicator known as the Savitzky Flow Bands by ChartPrime. It's a really advanced tool that you can use to get a super clean read on the market trend, cutting out a lot of the usual noise without adding a bunch of lag like most other indicators do. We're going to go over what this indicator is and how you can use it in your trading. If you happen to find value in this video, remember to leave a like.
Now, to get started with this indicator, you first of all want to go to TradingView, the trading platform that I'm going to be using. If you need to sign out, there's a link in the video description for you to do that. Next, you want to load up your chart and click on Indicators, then type in Savitzky Flow Bands. It's going to be this one by ChartPrime. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the all-powerful Savitzky Flow Bands indicator. Now, this isn't just another moving average. It's a very clever trend-following tool that uses a special mathematical method called a Savitzky-Golay filter to smooth out the price. This lets it give you a really clear view of the trend by getting rid of market noise, but it does it in a way that keeps the signals fast and responsive. So let's break down what we're looking at on the chart. The first thing you'll see is a dotted line, and this is really the heart of the indicator. Think of it as your main trend baseline. When it's green, the market is in an uptrend, and when it's orange, it's in a downtrend. The cool thing about this line is that because of that special filter, it hugs the price much more effectively than a regular moving average, which means less lag and fewer false signals. Surrounding this dotted line, you'll see two solid lines that create a channel or a zone. These are the dynamic trend bands, and they're what make this indicator so special. They aren't static. They actually expand and contract based on market volatility using the average true range. This zone acts as a dynamic area of support or resistance for the price. There are a couple of other visual cues here too. You'll sometimes see diamond symbols appear right when the trend flips. These diamonds are designed to pinpoint the exact moment the market structure shifts, giving you a clear signal of a potential reversal. There's also a subtle fading line that follows the trend. This line visually represents how long the current trend has been going on. As the trend gets older, the line becomes more transparent or faded, which can be a great hint that the trend might be running out of steam and a reversal could be getting more likely. And if we pop into the settings real quick, the main thing you might want to play with is the length. By default, it's set to a balanced value, but you can change it. If you want the indicator to be more sensitive and catch shorter term moves, you can lower this number, but just know it might give you a bit more noise. If you're more of a swing trader and want to filter out as much noise as possible, you can increase the length to get a smoother line. It's all about finding what works best for your style. Okay, so how do we actually use this? To trade, the most straightforward way is to just follow the trend. When the bands and the candles are green, you look for bullish setups. When they're orange, you look for bearish setups. Simple as that. But a much more powerful way to use this indicator is to trade pullbacks within the trend. For a bullish setup, you'd first wait for the indicator to be clearly in an uptrend, with the bands colored green. Then, you don't just jump in. You wait for the price to pull back and enter that dynamic zone between the two bands. This zone is your high probability entry area. Once the price touches that zone and starts to bounce back out, that's your signal to consider taking a long position. For a bearish setup, it's the exact opposite. You look for a market in a clear downtrend with orange bands. Then you wait for the price to retrace back up into the zone. When the price hits that band area and gets rejected, showing that the sellers are still in control, that's your cue to look for a short entry. This method helps you get into a trend at a much better price instead of chasing it after the big move has already happened. The bands act as that dynamic support or resistance, giving you a clear zone to plan your trades around. In summary, the Savitzky Flow Bands indicator is an amazing tool because it tackles that classic problem of lag versus noise. It uses a sophisticated filter to give you a smooth and responsive view of the trend, and the dynamic bands provide clear, actionable zones for identifying high-probability entries, breakouts, and potential trend exhaustion. It really helps you stay on the right side of the market. Now, remember, this is not financial advice. The strategy shown here is made up only of indicators, and it's always best to add your own price action or fundamental analysis to make it a complete system. You should always do your own research and backtesting before trading with real money. If you found value in this video, remember to leave a like, or even better, consider subscribing to stay tuned. Thanks for watching. See you next time.